Hey guys, today we're going to be going over how to deal with rolling against bigger guys. So my theory with rolling with bigger guys is that I don't like to directly go right into them. So a lot of techniques we have is like trying to impose something on them, but if someone's stronger than us, we have to find a way to get around them. So today we're going to be going over an arm drag from sitting. So this is when our opponent, who's bigger, is on their knees and we cannot get underneath them. So we're going to work on moving our hips and finding a way to make sure we never get flattened back on our hips. Okay, so we're going to use just like any object. You don't have to have a ball. You could have like a chair or anything that's just going to sit here. And our idea is to find a way to move around. So when I'm moving around, I always have one hand on whatever my object is and one hand back to help me move my hips. Alright, so when I'm moving my hips around the ball, all I'm doing is keeping one hand posted on the object or my opponent and one hand back. This one's to help me move my hips and this one's just to keep distance. So this one you don't really need to focus on, it's just to keep always everything at bay. Then I'm going to bring my hips up and just sit it out here and then reset my hand. So all I'm doing is going here, switch my hips up, and then repost my hand. So all we're doing, keep the distance. This foot's going to help me lift my hips up, and this hand's going to help me move my hip out this way. And then I'll reset my hand. So all we're doing is moving our hip out and then back. We're just going to keep just doing this all the way around the ball. One time, one time, one time. And once we get all the way around to the, back to where we're at, then we're going to switch, put our hand on the other side. Then we're going to go all the way around. So I'm here, I move my hips, I reset my hands, I put my knee back on the ground. Then I can put my foot down here, lift my hip up, switch, back. And we're just going all the way around until we're here, and then we just keep switching over and over and over. This is going to help us work around our opponent and make sure that they can never come straight at us. Because if we're here and my opponent comes right at me, I'll fall back. Alright, and then the second drill will be just us going here, switching, 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 switching. So all I'm doing, every time I switch my hand back, switch. So really, we want to make sure when we're doing this, this is going to help us have our quick hip switch. And so in case we're starting to get too much pressure on this way, then I can switch over and change my direction. So posing the hand, switch the hips up.
So this is kind of where my audio cut out in the drill. And so all I'm talking about is just how I'm setting this up. It's just how our drill is going to be set up. It's going to basically be, you're going to do this drill right here for 2 minutes. And you're going to go all the way back and forth, all the way around the ball. And you'll do that for 2 minutes. Then you're going to switch and do your alternating sides for 2 minutes. I'm hoping you guys will do each of these 2 rounds 4 times. So you should be doing 8 rounds of the whole time.
Alright guys, so now we're going to talk about the technical parts of the position and what we're going to be looking for when there's an actual opponent in front of us. So the key thing about rolling with a big guy is never letting my hips get flat. And when I mean my hips flat, if I'm sitting like this, my hips are flat, and my opponent can come in and drop their weight down and trap me here. And if they're big, it's going to be hard for me to get my hips back out and start to set up anything. Here, I can't be very offensive. Go back. So the key thing about this is always keeping my hips on the side, so because I can either move away or never let her weight come forward into me. So if she brings her weight forward, I can at least move away. And even if she's able to get her weight on top of me and I'm not my hip, at least now I'm more in an offensive position to attack a sweep or to get her at least off me. So all we're going to be thinking about is just moving our hips out and trying to never let them get straight on top of us. So always move away from them. Try to keep some distance, move back, move to the side, but never be flat. Alright, so now for our technique that we're going to work. So this is called an arm drag. This is my favorite way to get around big guys because they're not as fast as I am. And it's the easiest way to basically get 2 points or how you get to a good position on your opponent. So first thing I usually do is I stay on my hip, stay up down here. I keep one hand up, but I like to keep both hands up because this is what if I put my hands up, most of the time my opponent will put their hands up because they try to put their hands together, exactly. So we're just here, messing around, pulling the head. And really the position I want to get to is grabbing on the same side hand. So whatever's on the same side, I just want to grab the wrist on that. So if I'm on this side, I'm here. So I usually like to go on whatever leg is up. My knee's up on this side, I usually like to grab on this side. Because I'm going to switch my hips to that side. So we're here, playing around, moving around. I get the wrist, and now we're here. So next, I'm going to put my foot on her knee, pushing it back. Then I'm going to grab across and grab the tricep. Then now I can let go of this hand, post it here, and drag my body across here. Now, when I pull it across and blocking this knees, it exposes her back here. Then all we gotta do is let go of that foot right there, drop it here, and then I'm bringing this hand right underneath the arm and we're going right into our seatbelt. And then we could throw our leg over and go for the back. Alright, so we're here, we're playing around, and we want to get to this grip right here. Then I have my foot on the thigh, inner thigh, not on top of the knee. I'm not really kicking out as much, as more as just keeping this foot from coming forward. Because a lot of times you're not going to be able to if you focus on this, you're not going to be focusing on getting to that arm. So I'm getting here, dragging it, and then getting here. Then I'm going to pull my weight across, and usually they'll fall down like that. Then this hand goes right under to the seatbelt, and then I hook my foot here. Then I can now bring my hips up. So if she backs up, just to show how you're going to come up, you're coming up here, the foot's on the thigh right here, you bring it in, and then now you can come up to here, and then step your leg up. So we're getting to here, drag, cross, we have the foot on the thigh, I bring the foot inside between the legs, and then all I'm doing is coming up to my knees here. Then I can step my leg up and throw my hook in. One more time. So here. I drag across, I have the arm, and now I have this hand to do whatever I want. If I need to help myself scoot across, use it. Then we're here, grab me right here. So now if she starts to pull me back, I'm tight to her body. So now I've already beat her where she can't, I can't get back in front, she can't get me back in front of her. So I'm trapping this arm here and keeping it glued and getting right down here. Then I'm coming up and we're here. Alright, so we're here, we're chapping, we're messing around. Once I get that arm, I'm ready to go. I can hold it this way, whatever you can. If you have a grip, that's all good. So we're just here. If you get a grip, then foot on the thigh, through, around. Then we're here, trap. Then I'm going to come up, throw my hook in, or you could pull. I could also tighten the seatbelt, pull my opponent over, and get my hooks into this way. Alright, so then let me do it on the other side so you guys can see it. Just stay here. Alright, so we're here, we're messing around. I get the grip, I drag it across, get here. So, when I get to here, try to put that leg right between the legs here. Lock up your seatbelt, then throw your leg over, or you can pull over, back, hooks. Alright, one more time. So over here, here. I drag across, get this hook in, sit up, throw my hook in, or pull across, get the hook. And cut. Alright guys, so now we're going to talk about when our opponent starts to react to the arm drag. And most of the time they're going to react one way. But if they don't, then we're going to take their back every time. So I'm going to get the hand, I start to drag it across, then she brings her knee up. Stand up, the knee out. So once this knee is up, it's going to be harder for me to get around because this knee's in the way for me to get my hips up close to her. So when she comes back down, I'm here, I can't start to go to the back anymore. So now I'm going to switch it to a double leg. So I'm going to, this hand that's around the back, coming around underneath the leg, and then this hand at the arm, and then this foot still is going in between, and then this one's going to the knee here. So I don't want you guys to go directly into your opponent. It's still the same concept of circling around. So I'm getting here, and then I'm pivoting my hips up. So she's coming forward into me, come back up. She's coming forward into me, I'm going to switch on her. So use her own weight against her to make her fall down. Then I'm going to drive my weight all the way back into guard. Alright, so we're here. I grab the grip. She brings that knee up. I can't go up, try to get around the back, but I still need to keep moving my hips out. Now this hand's not going to go around the back. It's going to trap the leg and go here. Then we're going to use our legs to come out. And as she brings that weight into me, I'm turning my angle here. And then I'm coming forward, either into half guard, or I could be into like full guard. So we're here, keeping the distance. I drag across. She brings her knee up, and I keep the knee down.
Why?
Just for the video.
No.
Then I'm coming here, bringing my leg in, through, here. I'm not going to go directly into her. I'm going to switch my hips out and drive her down. Alright. Here, drag across. She brings that knee up. I keep that foot on the knee here still. Then I'm going to reach my hand in, bring the leg out, and I'm hooking. And I'm not going directly into her. I'm going to bring my hip out, turn, and use that weight against her, and then drive forward into her.
Alright, so I'm going to break down Marcelo Garcia arm dragging in ADCC. So he's able to get the arm across, hold the tricep, and see how he's switching the hip over and getting to the seatbelt and getting to the back from here. Eventually he will doesn't get his hooks in, but he eventually gets the choke and finishes from here. So we're going to slow this down. So you see he's dragging the arm across, grabbing the tricep, pushing the arm to the one side. Then he's now going to try to use his own body weight to pull his opponent to make his hip switch. So he's going to sit back right about now. See that nice pull? And then he sits up, gets that hand, and starts setting up to his seatbelt grip. Then once he can get to a seatbelt grip, he's going to have good back control from here. Then from here, he'll look to attack the neck and finish. So here's video of me hitting the second technique, arm drag to double leg. So here we're not in the same position, but it's the same technique. So here I'm from lasso guard. My opponent's really hard to move, but I'm going to use the arm drag to get around his strong base. So I get here, I'll kick my leg out, got the arm drag, and he brought his knee up. Now I'm not going to be able to get around to the back. But now I'm scooting my hips out and circling around and not going directly into him. So now I'm behind his back and I'm going to be able to look to attack from here. Let's see it one more time. So I have the grip. I'm going to pull my leg out of the lasso, get to the drag, grab the knee, start to circle around, get around to the back, and now I'm going to look to attack the back from here. Perfect. So this is the end of the video, guys. I just wanted to put this out there and say, if you guys want to ask any questions or get in contact with me about what you guys want to learn, please reach through Karen at PMA, or email me at Colt BJJ at gmail.com.